League of Legends and drawing. Oh, you are a League player? I'm so sorry for you. Wow, you like to draw? That is so cool. Wait, you played League for 8 years and you are Emerald? That's so piss low. Wow, you have been drawing since high school? Can I take a look at your art? Oh, you're so talented. Playing League of Legends and drawing are completely different things. Even in average person's perspective, drawing is admirable, while playing League is considered waste of time. I mean, people consider playing video games a waste of time, but that's not the point. In average person's mind, drawing is something productive and cool, while playing League is not so much. All of that seems to be true, but if you look a little bit closer, you might find that playing League of Legends and drawing are not that different. In this video, I'm going to answer some questions that nobody asked, like why is learning how to draw and learning how to play League so similar? What are the common experience that person goes through when they decide to get into either of those things? And why am I making a video about something that nobody's gonna fucking care? Good questions. Everyone knows that learning to play League from the scratch is insufferable. There is so much you have to learn, from the last hitting to building correct items to 140 plus champions, etc. I can talk about the most basic game mechanics for 20 minutes and I won't even scratch the surface of the game, because when you learn the basic stuff, then you need to learn how to actually play. So getting into League is painfully tough, but getting into drawing is actually worse in my opinion. Now imagine this, for some reason you get inspired to start drawing. You quickly grab a pencil, paper and a reference of your favorite artist's work or some fucking anime character, it doesn't matter, as long as you are inspired. Now you have everything that you need to start drawing. You stare at a reference, then at your blank paper, you pick up a pencil and start wondering, how the fuck am I supposed to draw that? After quick research, you discover that there are a billion different tutorials about how to draw portraits, figures, hands, legs, kneecaps. There's different medium of art like traditional art and digital art. There's drawing, painting, color theory, grayscale, there's perspective, landscapes, cars, robots, guns, animated, six monitors. Then all of a sudden you have to learn anatomy in order to draw, like what? There is so much stuff to learn that even thinking about it is paralyzing. Despite all of that, if you still decide to start drawing, you will quickly realize that you cannot even draw a simple circle or a straight line. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment when you realize that you are cooked. So learning to play League and drawing are similar in the sense that both of these things require you to invest a lot of time and effort in the beginning, and it is super easy to get demotivated and give up. If you manage to overcome the beginner stage, then you enter what I'd like to call the progression stage. You arrive at the progression stage after learning most of the basics and then try to implement that knowledge and experience into your work. For League, this might be a time where you start playing ranked games to test your skills. When you are trying to learn something, it is very easy to get stuck infinitely on the progression stage and never actually improve. Both League and making art requires constant and deliberate practice to improve at a specific skill, but a lot of people don't realize that or don't want to put in the effort necessary, and therefore they get stuck and their improvement stalls. They are not trying to learn, they are just doing it on autopilot, and when they don't see the results, they get mad. Or even worse, they go full-on delusional and don't even try to admit to themselves that they suck. I've seen this both in art and in League. There are people in bronze with hundreds of games, and there are people that draw for years but their art still looks off. This is literally a skill issue. I guess what I'm trying to say is that both in League and in drawing, improvement happens with a tiny increments, and because of that it is hard to judge what you are doing right or wrong in the short term, which makes it so much harder to actually get good, especially when you are trying to learn by yourself. Anyways, another thing that drawing and playing League has in common is that both of it makes you miserable at some degree. Don't get me wrong, drawing is fun. Sometimes, just like playing League. You can definitely enjoy both League or making art, but if you don't have the right mindset, your suffering will be immeasurable. Listen, there exists no artist in this world that doesn't hate their work. Just look at Sam. He's an art god, but he hates his work. See? Okay, maybe hate is a strong word, but let me explain. If you ever try to draw something, you will quickly realize that no matter what you draw or how good you draw, you will almost never be satisfied with your work. Looking at your own art will bring you physical pain 90% of the time. And a lot of times, if you try to fix that by making some adjustments, you will make it worse. And words cannot describe the absolute misery and frustration that you feel after working on a drawing for 3 hours, and after finishing it, you don't like the result. I would much rather spend 3 hours playing solo queue and grinding my ass in League than draw something that will give me a heart attack every time I look at it. So both League and drawing make you a more hateful person. The difference is that drawing makes you hate yourself, while playing League makes you hate everyone else. Speaking of hatred, League is famous for its toxic player base, but the art section of the internet and people that surround it are just built different. From giving you stupid advice to straight up insults to a drama after drama after drama and all the AI shit. Oh man, even a League player would look like a decent human being compared to the average artistic person on the internet. But I digress. The main point that I'm trying to make is that people tend to talk a lot of shit about League and how it is bad for you. But in terms of the experience that you have to go through, drawing can be worse. But outside the art community, drawing is not associated with mental health decline. Outsiders' perspective on art is generally positive, but if you look into it, you will find out that creating art is super mentally demanding, and people who are doing it are fighting some serious demons. I'm gonna give you my personal example. The drawing that I made for this video, I liked it when I first finished it, but looking at it now, I spot a bunch of mistakes and I fucking hate it. Every time I see this, I just like it less and less. So that is drawing for you. You can never achieve happiness as an artist. It is never-ending cycle of chasing your better self, and it is miserable experience. So if you ever feel bad about playing League, just remember that artists exist. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is drawing worse than League, or I'm just delusional? I would like to see different opinions about the subject. Alright, I'm out. See you next time. Goodbye.